What's up, everybody? Welcome back to IGN Live at San Diego Comic-Con 2014, brought to you by Lucy and the Evil Within. Remember, we need you to be part of the show. Go to our Facebook page, like it, then make your own little Facebooky post that says hashtag IGN Live with some kind of question for whatever we're talking about. Speaking of talking about things, Greg Way! That was a lot of words. It's Matt. It's Eric.
Yes?
It's Glenn. It's Dylan. We're here to talk about WWE movies. How you guys doing?
We're good. We're glad to have
Awesome.
you.
Good.
I just want to hear how everybody's doing, but whatever.
I'm doing great too.
Dylan, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Glenn, I'm sure you remember, back in the late 90s, you signed an autograph for me at a Pep Boys in Chicago.
I remember that.
Right? It was me
Yeah,
and
I
Adam
do
Brown.
remember
We
that.
had a great time. What? You weren't there? No, he
You
doesn't.
weren't wearing a pink shirt, though, right?
No, not at all.
that
I was
time.
probably
Okay,
wearing
no
a Jericho
tie.
shirt. Yeah, anyways. Let's
Yeah,
talk
I
about
remember you.
movies.
I distinctly remember that. I remember that Pep Boys. I go by it all the time.
This is why you were my favorite.
Yes.
That's why I called my Ford Taurus was a red Ford Taurus, and we called it the Big Red Machine. We'll stop talking about inside jokes from Greg Miller's life. Guys.
You got two movies, yeah. The horror thing with WWE is really fun, I think, because it really proves that WWE can kind of go into all realms. You're returning to this series that you did a few years ago. Is it pretty exciting for you to jump back in?
Yeah, it was. It was interesting because See No Evil was a commercial success. It was the debut from WWE Studios, and so I thought, okay, within a couple years we'll be doing a sequel. Okay. That didn't happen. So after about 5 years, I'm like, okay, there's not going to be a sequel. And then I get a phone call out of the blue that, hey, we'd like to do a sequel. And I'm thinking, okay, that's cool, except, I was expecting this phone call like 6 years ago. But yeah, it is exciting. It's exciting to do another movie. It's a lot of fun. Of course, it's different than what we do in the WWE. But nevertheless, we're performers. I say that sort of lightly with Dylan, but no. No, that's what we do, and to be able to do it in a different, in a different aspect is always fun.
What was it like working with Danielle Harris on this film?
Oh, Danielle's great.
I've been a fan since Halloween 4.
Yeah, we're big.
Right.
We're big horror fans.
I can never tell that.
Yeah.
Danielle was great. Actually, the entire cast, the entire crew was really awesome, and I was fortunate to be surrounded by such great people, and they helped me a lot and camouflage the weaknesses that I have. As
You have
as
no
an
weaknesses.
actor.
Don't say
no,
that.
that's right. I'm just being
Tons of
very nice and trying to be humble here. Okay.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Didn't mean to blow your
that's
cover
good.
on that one.
Now, obviously, Leprechaun is, is a long-running franchise, and I guess we'll use the term reboot with this, but
Yeah. Someone used the term rebirth, and it's definitely not that. It's more of a reboot. Definitely a reboot and a start again for this franchise. It has, I say it in every interview, there's nothing similar from this film compared to the other ones in the past, besides the name.
Okay.
That's literally the only similarity.
Was that freeing for you, though? Was it, nice? Was that great for you then, because you didn't have to feel
I
like...
never saw any of the other ones.
Oh. Yeah.
I never saw any of them.
So was there then like a knee-jerk reaction to try to watch them when you get the part, or you just want to stay away from it? No.
I got the part, and WWE approached me about it, and I asked the director, Zach Lipovsky, I said, do you want me to watch them? I've never seen them. He goes, you can if you want. You're not going to take anything from them that we're going to use, really. I said, no, I haven't. And it's not anything against those.
Yeah.
But there's nothing fun, hokey, There's not a limerick here and there, and no poetry, and a guy in a green suit. That's for sure. This is a true horror movie.
Grittier Leprechaun, not as tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, it's definitely nothing like the past ones, and we're not going to the hood.
Or space?
Or back to the hood.
Or hood adjacent. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you talk about with See No Evil too? Because like you said, it's been a while. Can you talk about where picking up where it left off quite a while ago, and what's the storyline in this new one?
Actually, it picks up right where the other one left off.
Really? Interesting.
Yes, it does. And that was one of the questions I had. Well, you killed the character off pretty definitively, so how are you going to bring him back? But
They're like horror movies.
Yeah, you can do it. And this one takes place in a morgue because Jacob is supposedly dead and on his way to the morgue. And then what happens from there? There are no limericks involved in mine either. No,
that's the new unifying slogan.
Yes, no limericks, no limericks involved. Yeah, this is true. But I think what's going to differentiate See No Evil 2 from See No Evil is the influence of the Soska twins, and they're their ability as filmmakers, and how this is going to be shot theatrically, cinematically, it's going to look a lot different. If there is this term, or if I've invented it, art house horror, it's going to be like very beautifully shot, as weird as that sounds. And
You're
then
gonna
also
feel bad when you do one of these at the school because you're missing a beautiful disembodied.
well, it's just I mean, just some of the techniques they use, and anyone that is familiar with their work will realize this. And they are very, very, very talented, and they know their craft. And also, we tried to bring a lot of emotional depth to the characters, including my own. And in this one, you find out more of what makes Jacob tick and why he's doing what he's doing, and sort of the rationality behind his irrationality.
And the morgue setting is very convenient for all the people you kill.
Yeah, it's right
You're
there.
right there.
Yeah, well, it's very interesting behind the scenes deal. This was shot at an abandoned insane asylum right outside Vancouver.
Fun.
And some other stuff has been shot there. It's used for a lot of things, of course. X-Files did some episodes there. Falling Skies has done stuff there. In fact, they were shooting things while we were there as well. And it's haunted.
No.
Okay, so the building that we shot most of the bulk of our film isn't, but supposedly one of the other buildings that was built around 1900, and that's where unfortunately they did things like lobotomies and that sort of stuff. And everyone from the crew had a story because they'd all been there before, and they're like, if you don't believe in ghosts now, go to the 3rd floor at night in this building, and you're going to change your mind. So
Did you go?
I did not go. I actually never had the opportunity. We only shot one day there. But we all went to the tunnels underneath the building. There's this labyrinth of tunnels, and they actually go out to a farm where some of the people that were in the insane asylum had worked, and that was very creepy. Yeah, and I took pictures with my cell phone, and didn't see anything. Another story: Kai Eric Erickson, who was the lead male protagonist, had been shooting there many years ago. And he said one day at lunch, this guy sits down next to him, and they're eating and everything, and he said this van comes up, because the thing was still open at that point. This van comes up, and these orderlies get out, and they walk in, they're like, "Okay, Charlie, let's go." And the guy just gets up and walks off with the orderlies and gets in the van.
Please.
So, yeah.
No,
yeah.
thank you. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
it's sort of
He
the
seems like
setting
an
sort of
old
leads to the
hospital
overall
staff
creepiness.
picture.
Right, and
He's
then the van fades away as it drives away.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been asking you to come to our Facebook page and tell us what you want to know. Here's one from Chris. He says, "What is your favorite WrestleMania moment?" Dylan, let's start with you.
Of my own, probably my WrestleMania debut, WrestleMania 23.
Nice.
Climbing the Money in the Bank ladder, and the ending didn't result so well. But there's nothing like WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing like it. You truly don't know what to expect and how you're going to feel until WrestleMania, until that day.
Wow.
It's insane.
Cool. Glenn?
Mine is the same. Not his WrestleMania debut, but my WrestleMania debut against The Undertaker, WrestleMania 14 in Boston.
Yeah.
And the deal with Pete Rose and then the match with Undertaker. That's still, to this day, it's actually my favorite match of all time. for me.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming by. When does each movie come out?
Leprechaun goes digital and downloadable on August 30th.
Okay.
No, August 26th.
What? You just moved the date up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of how you have. You're like, wait, breaking. No, I'm
Sorry,
going to
guys,
push it up.
I
very
want
excited
it
about it.
26th. It's going to be August 26th digitally, and then on DVD September 30th.
Rad.
We will actually announce the release date of See No Evil 2 later this evening at a panel at Comic-Con. So I bet it will be this fall. I know.
I thought we were pet boys, and this is how you play me. Thank you guys for coming by.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have so much more from San Diego Comic-Con here on IGN Live, so don't go anywhere. Here are some messages to enjoy.